today I just wanted to literally tell you guys about the crazy 48 hours that I have had. It's been a roller coaster, let me tell ya. I switched locations and also put some lip oil on because the way my lips were so dry was pissing me off. So I am going to be playing Animal Crossing, just kind of idly, while I tell you guys about just the insane week I've had, I guess. Mostly the last 24 hours, but it's been this whole ordeal. About a week ago, my grandparents reached out to me about going to a concert, a state away from me. And it was a concert that I really, really, really want to go to. And I was I had kind of settled on the fact that I probably wasn't gonna go. It just wasn't really in the cards. I'm so busy with work and school just started up again. And it just seemed unreasonable that I was gonna get the chance to go, you know what I mean? So then I get the notification that we're good to go. If I can get there and if I can get there, they'll pay for the ticket to the concert. They'll provide housing. I can stay in their house. And just all I had to do is figure out transportation, okay? Easy peasy. So initially I was well, I could fly, but I didn't really want to. It's not worth it to fly. The flight, when it's not long, it's not far enough away to fly. So I looked into doing an Amtrak, which I've never done before, and I was kind of wanting to do. I kind of have always wanted to go on a train, you know what I mean? That sounds so cool. Just the experience seems so fun. Hang on, I'm gonna move you really quick, just to be a little more centered. So I scheduled an Amtrak I scheduled a two-way. I booked tickets so that I could leave Friday at 6:30 p.m. because I was scheduled to work 8 to 2 on Friday, and I was initially scheduled to work 8 hours Saturday and 8 hours Sunday, but I got two of my friends to cover my shift, so love y'all. So anyway, I was scheduled to take a train Friday from about 6:30 to about 11:30. Not horrible. It would be a late night, but that's okay. And then I was supposed to come back Sunday at between 11 to 4. And so I got the house set. My grandparents bought the ticket. I'm getting ready. Oh yeah. Yesterday. This is for this upcoming weekend. Yesterday, I had some homework to do. So I set my phone on the other side of the room, and I use Focus Friend, not sponsored. Focus Friend by Hank Green. It is my favorite app ever. You get this little bean character, you name it, and then you set a focus timer, and if you interrupt him, so if you check your phone and go on a different app, you interrupt him, your little bean, while he's knitting socks, which is so stinking cute. And I wasn't about to I'd set a timer for an hour to just log in on school. I was literally just gonna log in on school. I was ready. Then, after my 1 hour, after my 1 hour's up, I go to check my phone. I have texts, emails, a missed call, and a voicemail. Hello? It's Amtrak telling me that my Friday train there got canceled. So I just start literally sobbing. I'm what the fuck is happening? I literally just start crying. I'm freaking out. And so I figure out that it was just my Friday train that got canceled. My Sunday train was still fine. So, like, I can still get there, and I can still get back. I just have to figure out a way to get there. So, I go out on a whim, and I'm like, hey, we could meet halfway, like, drive. It's like a 4.5 hour drive, but we could drive, and we could meet halfway. We could meet halfway. I lost my train of thought, hang on. Okay, so I had offered, like, that we could meet halfway. And I had to wait, like, multiple hours till I got a response. So in the meantime, I was looking at buses, potentially. And I did not want to take a bus. Number one, because they're smelly and crowded, and I hate riding on buses. Number two, instead of a 4-hour drive or Amtrak ride, it was a 7-hour bus ride, which is, it sounded terrible. I was not about to do a 7-hour bus ride. So I was just really hoping that the driving thing worked out. And it did. My grandma called me and was like, hey, yeah, let's pick a spot halfway. We can meet. We can get you there. We kind of talked about, you know, the logistics of the concert, and it was great. It was perfect. We got everything worked out. I felt so much better. Now, the only thing is, I have to figure out. So, my mom had to be back in town by a certain time, which meant that we were kind of limited on what time we could make that long of a drive. So we decided that the latest we could leave was 11 a.m. Remember that I said I work 8 to 2 on Friday. So that's not really, you know, gonna work, I fear. And I was like, you know what? Let me call my boss, and I'll ask if I can leave at 11. You know, I can get picked up from work. Just literally leave right from work. Didn't sound fun, but as long as I got there, I was on board. So today's Wednesday, for context. I was about to call my boss. I was about to do it. I was like, yep, okay. I'm gonna call him today and ask him, because, you know, I'd rather do it a couple days ahead of time. So that would be great. I'm sitting on the couch doing my homework. My phone lights up. My work's calling me. Now, last night, I got a call from work. And they wanted me to come in and work last night, and I said I just could not do that. It was not plausible. Now that I moved in, I'm, like, commuting to work. Just the, like, last-minute shifts are, like, really hard to make work, you know what I mean? And so I thought that it was just going to be them asking me to come in, because I figured someone called in yesterday. They're probably sick. They probably called in again today. I'm just not even going to answer it. And so I look at my mom, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not answering that. I'm not working today, because I have a lot of homework to do. Lots of homework to do today. So then I'm like, what are the odds? I literally say this out loud to my mom. I'm like, what if they just were calling me to, like, tell me I have Friday off? And she was like, why would they do that? And I was like, well, last time I worked, they let me go home early because, like, sales didn't match how much, like, something about working retail. Every day we have a sales plan, and if our sales are looking like they're going to be really, really low, and that's predicted based on weather, based on that day last year, stuff like that, sometimes the amount that the corporation is paying their employees to work that day costs more than the sales that they're making that day. And sometimes because of that, they have to cut people or tell them to leave early. And so a couple weeks ago, I was supposed to be working, like, I think it was 10 to 6, and my manager came up to me and was like, hey, can you leave at 2? And I was like, hell yeah, I can leave at 2. So yeah, I got to leave at 2, which is fine. But then, so, I'm like, what if like, we're in the middle of this big, like, winter warning, it's so freezing cold out, even though this happens every year. And so they're like, or no, I'm saying this to my mom, I'm like, what if they literally just call off my shift or they tell me I get to leave early? That would be phenomenal. And I was like, they're probably just asking me to come in, but it's possible. I look at my phone again. They left a voicemail. A voicemail. So I open it and I put it on speaker so my mom can hear. And it's my manager and he's like, hey, just letting you know that because of some operation changes, I'm guessing because of the weather they had to like change their hours too. He was like, due to, you know, some changes in operating hours, we had to cut your shift on Friday, so you now have the day off. What? What do you mean? What? Didn't I literally say that? Isn't that insane? That I literally said that. I was like, wait a second. What if they just tell me I have the day off? Then I don't even have to deal with it. It was phenomenal. It was literally the greatest coincidence that's ever happened to me in my whole entire life. I was thrilled, guys. But it was crazy, like, the way that the universe literally was listening and being like, hell yeah, girl, here's your day off, take it. So now I get to go on, I guess, a road trip, kind of, and go to a concert, which is just phenomenal. Like, I'm stoked. You guys have no idea how freaking excited I am that I get to go to this concert. It's the same artist that I went to, last summer. If you watched my New Year's resolutions and like last year's reflections video, I talked about going to a concert. It's the same artist, just at a different state, different venue, like the whole shebang. And so I'm very excited about that. And it's just super cool that how things work like that, or like one bad thing happens, and karma is real, guys. If I could tell you like one thing that I know for sure, it's that karma's real. Like, one bad thing happens and something good makes up for it. Or, you know, you do something bad happens to you. Something good, you do something good happens to you. And I just feel so grateful that, like, I've racked up enough good karma that I get to experience this, like, wonderful miracle. That, like, things are going my way. And it just feels so refreshing after everything that happened last year. And I've been so overwhelmed recently. I just feel so good now that it's working for me. I feel really, really, really grateful that things are working out the way that I want them to work out and I needed them to work out. So now I get to do something fun and I get a long time off of work. I'm not working at all this week, which I'm gonna be upset about my next paycheck, but like, I can suck it up. So that's been the crazy travel fiasco that I've been dealing with. And I really, really hope that my train on Sunday doesn't get canceled, because the train was something I was really excited about. Like, that's just something I really want to experience. Like, that's like a bucket list item, is going on the Amtrak. And I would love, 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 love to do it, because it's like not only my first time on the train, it's like legitimately my first solo trip, basically. Like, well, it was supposed to be, now it kind of isn't anymore. But my trip back will still be. Why can I not catch this stupid fish? Okay, like, it's gonna be my first solo trip, and it's so exciting, you know what I mean? I caught an olive flounder. So yeah, that was my fiasco. In lighter news, more updates. I'm taking my driving test in a couple of weeks. For those of you who don't know, that's another bit like New Year's resolution, is to get my driver's license because I've been slacking on it. I had to call the DMV and ask them if I even could take it because for those of you who don't know, I have an expired permit, and that's made it a little difficult to do anything. But yeah, I luckily was able to I called the DMV, I asked them about it. They said I get one attempt to take my road test, and if I fail that one, then I have to redo the permit stuff. And that's fine. Additionally, I have a job interview next week at a place that is going to be way more fun than where I work now. Like, it's going to be spectacular if I get hired there. And luckily, I'm not gonna have to the hiring isn't gonna happen for a couple of months, which means that I still have time to get my license, get my car, stuff like that, so that I can get there myself. Sorry guys, I'm just super excited. A lot of big stuff's happening for me right now, and it feels like a real shift in energy. Like, this is such an era I'm in right now. But yeah, I hope that you guys are having as much luck as I am, and I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and you're having a great, it's not the weekend, I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you guys are having a happy new year, and leave your video requests. Hello kitty cat. Leave your video requests in the comments. I'm gonna do a video probably coming up here really soon talking about all of my feelings about the things going on in the world, and specifically in the States right now, and affirmations for uncertainty, and just talking about that. I like knowing that the people I engage with are aware, I think is the word I'm looking for, and I just want you all to know what's going on, but also not feel scared. I mean, it's okay to feel scared, but I want to help relieve that a little bit if I possibly can. So just be looking on the lookout for that. But yeah, leave any other video requests in the comments, and I'll be sure to check them out. And let me know if, I don't know, let me know all the stuff. Talk to me, leave me a comment to say hi. I don't know.